Good afternoon. I'm coming to you live from the Muskogee County Democratic headquarters on
Macon Road.
3907 Macon Road in Columbus, Georgia. Welcome to the Constitutional Impact series. Some of you may have seen my previous video where I outlined how what the Republican Party is doing currently is affecting our actual constitutional rights. Today's subtopic is abortion and the reversal of Roe v. Wade. The reversal of Roe v. Wade impacts the First Amendment and the 14th Amendment. The First Amendment, of course, includes body autonomy. It does not allow women to make their own healthcare choices. It affects the 14th Amendment because that has the equal protection under the law clause. It eliminates women's protection of the HIPAA Privacy Act because if a woman has to defend her right to choose and her abortion in court, in open court, it becomes a matter of public record. Therefore, the privacy laws do not affect her because it's available to the public. It eliminates her protection of EMTALA laws, which require when a person presents to an ER for emergent health care, they cannot legally turn you away. They must treat you. But currently, doctors are afraid to treat women with abortion procedures for fear of losing their license and their freedom. So women are actually being turned away from life-saving health care. Therefore, EMTALA does not protect women and girls. I, at age 31, had a ectopic pregnancy. My ectopic pregnancy ruptured and I lost my left tube. And they had to go in and remove the tube and the zygote. The zygote had a heartbeat. There was nothing physically wrong with the zygote, but I was slowly bleeding to death. These laws they're making now are based on the heartbeat. A zygote doesn't actually have a heart yet. It is a pulse of blood flow into the cells. But they're not specifying that in these laws. So any heartbeat renders the zygote a human child. And that's just not the case, because if they had not treated me the way they did, I would have bled to death internally and the child would never have, I wouldn't have been able to carry it to term because I'd have died well before that, which would have deprived my two daughters of their mother for the rest of their lives. They were 5 and 4. My daughter, about 10 years ago, had a miscarriage. She informed me that she was pregnant, and at 3 months she wanted me to go to the ultrasound with her. So I did. And being the person I am, I know what to look for, and I'm looking at the ultrasound, and I can see there's no heartbeat. And she was excited, and the daddy were discussing it amongst themselves and didn't even notice. But I did, and I asked her, "Are you paying attention?" Because the rep stepped out, the radiologist stepped out and called the doctor. And they sent us to the emergency room. And they did their thing and then informed her that yes, there was no heartbeat and that she was miscarrying. However, they would not do a D&C, which is a medical term for an abortion, one medical procedure for an abortion. because she was on Medicaid, and Medicaid does not allow abortion unless the life of the mother is at risk. To determine whether the life of the mother is at risk, there has to be some sort of infection, some sort of, like my rupture, that was a life-threatening condition, or anything that is putting the mother at risk. If she had elevated blood pressure that was affecting her and the zygote, then that would be a medical reason. But because of the way these laws are being written, waiting for infection is a common thing. And if you wait too long for an infection, you could die. So your life is at risk. But if there's no infection, they don't want to touch you because they're afraid they're going to lose their license and their freedom. So she was sent home to miscarry at home. She carried a deceased zygote for 10 days and then miscarried in her home bathroom. These are the things that you have to worry about. You can check the statistics on abortion at Planned Parenthood, or you can go to the government statistics websites. Google it, it's easy to find. Most advanced abortions past the first trimester are because of medical reasons. They are medically necessary. They're either the mother's life is at risk, the baby's life is at risk, the baby is not developing properly and will not survive. A lot of times when that's the case, the mother makes the decision to abort because if she carries to term, the child will be born in severe pain, have a short life, and then die shortly after. The moral choice in these cases is abortion. She's depriving her child of that pain. These are wanted babies. So if an abortion, no doctor is going to abort a second and third trimester child for no reason. Because they could lose their license for that, they could be sued for that. But a doctor is not going to make the decision to abort unless it's more dangerous than to carry to term. And it's not most times. Most times carrying to term could be the danger, like in my case. Everybody's got a story. I did hear at one point that there was a protester at Planned Parenthood that one day went into the building to be seen. And of course the employees recognized her. And she needed an abortion. And when asked after the fact why she came in for an abortion, she said, "Oh, my circumstances are different." Sorry, honey, no, they're not. Very, very common. The Reagan administration put out the idea that there are welfare queens and that, I think it was Newt Gingrich put it out there that women just need to be controlled and that they're just making these frivolous decisions to abort just because they decide they don't want a baby anymore. That's not the case. These are hard decisions. You have to take not only your personal preference, it's not about that, your financial capability of supporting a child, your feasibility of having room to raise a child, the economy. There are a number of reasons to choose an abortion that are moral. So this whole idea of it being just women are going to abort all the way through their pregnancy, they're just going to decide not to have a baby. That's not what happens ever. If a woman carries a child through the second trimester, that child is wanted. And if she has to have an abortion, it's heart-wrenching. It will destroy her. But in a lot of those cases, there's no other choice. Now, if they succeed in a federal ban of abortion, this will make it a felony to have one. And make no mistake, if it's a felony and someone aborts, she loses her right to vote. And I had a recent conversation with someone I've known since 1988 that actually said he thinks that the country has gone downhill ever since women got the right to vote. That is what they want. We won't go back. We refuse to go back.
That's right.
Any questions? Commentary?
Appreciate you sharing that story.
Oh, yes.
You know, you hit a lot of things on it, nail on the head, as they say.
Yes,
Telling
ma'am.
us. And I have a story too, but it goes further back than your time.
You're welcome to tell.
Well, I did whatever. I was here coming for, I thought, a different class. I did read about this. And I'm glad you shared it.
Yes.
And I may do some others private, whatever.
Yes, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do want you to, Ms. Leslie, invite them to come in
That's right.
to our next session.
This is a series. We will be doing a live every Saturday at 1 o'clock for up until the election. Each subtopic will be different, but they'll all be based on what Project 2025 and the Republican Party is doing to our rights. We would like to invite you to come and share what you believe needs to be said. We are at 3907 Macon Road, Columbus, Georgia. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. And the hours?
11 to 6.
11 to 6. Come join us. We'll coach you through it and we'll get you out there. We'll get what you want to spread out there. Thank you.